Hello, beautiful people. It's Robyn Thomas with Resemble Me by Robyn here. Welcome back to my channel. Hello, hello, hello. It feels so good to be back to my regular schedule, uploading videos every week. We are going to pop it off with this micro braids install. Okay, y'all. So this micro braid install was done on a client from LA. She actually found me on YouTube. Woohoo. I know, right? She found me on YouTube. This is so cool. And I installed her micro braids for her. All right, so you are going to see, well, I'm using his and her hair company. Again, I did use this on the last micro braids install. I'll be sure to link that below, and I'll link the micro box braids video in the description box as well. But I'll be doing a review on this hair at the end, just like I did the other micro braid interview. So this hair is different. It's like average length of what people normally would install. I believe all of them were 20 inches. I'll be sure to leave the exact link. Well, honestly, if I can find the link. So she actually went into the physical store of his and her hair company because she lives in LA, and she went to the store to go purchase it. So if I can find the link, I will. If not, I'll just write down everything that is boom right there, or you can like screenshot that or something so that you guys know exactly the hair that I use. So she purchased, I believe, 3 bundles. I think that's 3 bundles in my hand. What I will say so far is that the hair is very soft and it's very lightweight. Yeah, and I was excited to work with it. So this is the client, and as you all can already see, she has very, very short hair on her nape, and she has short hair on her edges on both sides. So I'm going to show you all of those areas up close. So that's her nape area, and guess what, y'all? I'm gonna braid it. I'm gonna get it. Before you fast forward, like, what you think? You think I'm gonna be able to grip it? You think I'm gonna be able to, like, it's gonna turn out looking good? So we were just talking right there just about her hair in the back, and I'll save that conversation for between us. But I was happy she allowed me to record this video for you all. So I'm really just trying to see, like, okay, am I really going to be able to grip it? Or what are we gonna have to, what are we gonna do about this area back here? And I honestly decided, I think I'll be able to grip it to where it's not hurting her. Micro braids are micro, so they're extremely small. So gripping her hair doing the micro braids as opposed to like small box braids, it would be terrible doing small box braids because the sections have to be bigger. But because micro braid sections are very small, you can just kind of get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't need to put so little hair from such a big area into a braid or a plait. So that's really what saved us from being able to install these braids on the nape of her hair and the sides of her hair. So yeah, I'm really just gonna let you all watch how I install her micro braids. What I will say is, use products whenever you are doing it. Use a good gel that's not too sticky but not slippery. And comb it out. You see how I'm combing it out? I got the product all in there. You're going to use some products for this because you need to be able to have the hair at its longest state, stretched out as much as possible for when you go to actually braid the hair. So you want to make sure you have enough product on there. Oh gosh. You want to make sure you have enough product on there to be able to have the hair stretched out as far as possible, but also to kind of have the hair to stand still. That's just something that you're going to have to deal with when it comes to working with extremely short hair like this. So as you can see, I'm trying to find a parting trying to find how to part it, you know, making sure I get a good amount, but not too small of an amount, because not only was her hair short, it wasn't really full. As you can see, she has a lot of, you can see her scalp through a lot of those spots back there, which lets you know that her hair isn't necessarily full in the back as it is in the rest of her head. So just finding the right amount of hair to part for my columns. And then I'm just going to go and part as I go. You guys know how I do my micro braids install. Part as I go and braid as I can. So yeah, just go ahead and watch and see how I'm installing. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the comment section. I would love to hear your feedback. I mean, have you ever installed micro braids on hair this short? Has your hair been this short to where you've had to install micro braids? And y'all, I'm not editing this part because I want you guys to see how much work it does take to put into it. Like, I know that when it comes to YouTube videos, we can edit it in such a way that only gets like the parts where I say don't mess up or don't have to take it out and start over and stuff like that, in order for the video to go very smoothly. But I wanted you all to really see, no, this back part definitely took some time, you know, to be able to do, to make sure that I'm not killing the back of her head, to make sure she does still have flexibility when she puts the braids in, although they are micro braids, you know, and I'm not using a ton of or big parts or whatever, so they should automatically be, you know, extremely flexible. I want you all to see that it does take time. You are going to have to be patient, and in order to make sure that it's full, you're going to have to do, I mean, of course they're micro braids, so you're going to have to do them, you know, really small, but try not to put too little bit of hair in the braids and not too much, of course. And you also don't want to put a ton of the actual micro braiding hair on it, because you don't want it to weigh it down, because you are adding hair, but you don't want it to weigh it down. So yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys continue to watch. I know I've said that a couple times, but I thought of some things to say. I'm gonna let you continue watching and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Comment on it, subscribe if you are not a subscriber, if it's your first time here. I will come back at the end of the video to do a review on this his and her hair company that was used for this install. So I hope that you enjoy, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Alrighty, so on to this hair. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, this is another review of his and her hair company. This install was totally different from the other hair that I use. Like I said, I will leave that in the description box so you all can see the hair that I'm talking about, and compare it yourself if you like to. But this hair is a wet and wavy hair. I believe it was 20 inches. All bundles were 20 inches. I did not use all 3 bundles. I believe that I had probably, I really want to say I had a bundle and like a fourth of a bundle left. So this hair was really thick. I was really able to use a lot of hair for her install, and I was really surprised but really pleased when it came to that at the same time. So yeah, this hair was very, very easy to work with. Honestly, I didn't show any pictures of like the ground or record the ground, but with micro hair, it's so very easy to shed because it's not on a weft, it's not attached to anything. But this hair did not really shed a lot as I was separating it to create my micro pieces. So yeah, it was some really good hair to work with. It did not shed a lot. It was very soft on the hands. Yeah, it was just really, really nice to work with. The luster is definitely different than the other install. I think the other install was much shinier. It was, I don't know if it was like a Remy type texture, but it was definitely, the luster was much shinier than this one. This one is a little more closer to our hair luster, as opposed to like super shiny and silky. So as you can see right here, my water bottle broke. I normally would use water. That's my go-to. I normally don't use products on the actual hair like to wet and wave it because I don't ever want to weigh it down. That's something that I don't want to do. I don't mind setting it like at the top of the hair for the braids, but I don't necessarily like putting it on the wet and wavy part or the curly part, because I feel that although it may define the curls really, really well, it can tend to weigh it down. Now, that could be, you know, the products that I'm using, or because I'm wanting it to look a certain way by the time that they, or whenever they go to leave my chair. But personally, if my water bottle worked, I would have just used my water bottle. And I don't know why they think about it, maybe because I was recording, but I probably could have just like leaned her back in the shampoo bowl and like wet it. So yeah, anywho, it came out good, as you guys are going to see. It's going to be extremely defined because I used like a curling mousse. I think this video was taken probably a month ago, so please forgive me for not remembering it. Exactly everything that I used and everything that I did, although the video is in front of me. But I believe I started off using the Nape foam, but it wasn't working fast enough for me. I was kind of thrown off because my water bottle wasn't working, but I knew that the mousse would definitely do what it needs to do. So it's Tresemme mousse. I'll be sure to leave that in the description box, just in case you all want to purchase it. And I just purchased it from like Target or Walgreens. they normally always have it in stock. I can just run there before an appointment or whatnot. So yeah, that's the styling mousse, and I'm just putting it all over her hair to make sure that every section of her hair does have it, so that the curls do become defined. So yeah, the hair was easy to work with. It was easy to, you know, run the mousse through there. As you can see, the curls were defining very, very, very well. She even emailed me like probably a few days or so after her appointment, and, you know, thanking me again. It may have been a week, but thanking me again, telling me about the compliments that she got on her install. So yeah, I'm sure that this mousse made it last a while. So what I will say is, this goes across the board for probably any wet and wavy or curly hair. If you use, I would recommend for you to use water. But if you use water, you are going to have to constantly apply it. But that's okay, because you're supposed to be moisturizing your hair anyway. So you could be spritzing your hair and your scalp while also spritzing the bottom of the hair. And then you can oil your scalp. You don't need to put any oil on the actual micro braiding hair, but you do need to put it on your scalp and make sure it's moisturized. And over the shaft of the braids, it does have your hair in there to make sure that your hair is moisturized. But yeah, and spritz that water on there and just run your fingers through it, or even a wide tooth comb. A wide tooth comb will not disturb the micro braids. The micro braids are way too thin for a wide tooth comb to disturb it at all. Oh, okay, so I used the mousse for some of it, and then I went in with the Nape. So the Nape is much lighter. I did notice that it had a little bit of a residue, and it could have been because I mixed both of them. But I think by itself, matter of fact, I know by itself it worked really well, because I love to use Nape for like twist outs or natural hairstyles. But yeah, all I did was continue to run my fingers through it until I got the desired look that I wanted. And so as you can see, it's really uniform with the water. Even when it dried, it was kind of more uniform as opposed to like extremely flowing. So with the water, it's going to be extremely flowy. Oh, I keep losing my train of thought. Also, if you're using the water, you are going to have to continue to reapply it. But the pro is, you're going to be moisturizing your hair, which is what you should be doing while you have your protective style in. But you're also your braids are also going to be much more flowier, so the hair isn't going to like kind of clump up together. I'm pretty sure like if she shook her hair or whatever and kind of like really went through it and raked through with her fingers, it would have definitely separated like once it was dried. But just to have an extremely natural flow, the lighter the liquid that you put in, the better the chances of you getting a super flowy install to rock every day. So yeah, I really enjoyed working with this hair. I really enjoyed the hair. It seems as though she enjoyed it. That's not the hair she initially wanted, but when she got it in, she was like, wow, I really like this hair. So yeah, I think it's some good hair to use for stylists or braiders who are installing it, and for clients who want to wear it and who want it's kind of like a 2-in-1. So you can always have it wavy. It is wavy state. It's not like bone straight for people who don't like bone straight, or you can flat iron that hair, and yes, it will revert back because it is human hair. So yeah, you can have like a 2-in-1 without actually having to like curl it or braid it, so that it gets the crinkle effect or the wet and wavy effect. What I do also want to mention is that yes, it may look like a lot of hair that I'm laying down on her edges, but she's going to be able to either wear styles to where she can camouflage it or cover it up. But the thing is, when this install comes out, she is going to still have that hair that's right there on those edges, and hopefully even more if she's, you know, applying the oil and massaging those areas. She's going to have more hair, and her hair is not going to be, or her edges right there are not going to be compromised. You know what to put in and what not to put in a braid for the best results for your clients, and even, you know, people who are going to get their hair braided. Know how to speak up for yourself, know how to ask for the things that you want with your install, and also speak up as they're doing it. You know, if you can feel that they're right on a part that you don't necessarily want them to be on, go ahead and say something, because in the long run, that can save you a style. It can save you time, it can save you money, and it can save you your hair. You know, if we're really being honest, the biggest thing that we want to keep after we have a protective style install, we want to see length retention. Well, we want to see that our hair is still there, and we want to see we retain that length, and we want to see that more has grown in. You know what I mean? So yeah, I really enjoyed, like I said, using this hair. I hope that you all enjoyed this install. Like, comment, and subscribe. So I think that's part of the second pack. As a matter of, wait, hold on, wait. Yes, so I only use 1 and like maybe 3/4 of that hair. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I will see you all next week with my new upload. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Peace and blessings.